Hello, Scifiworld. I'm Terry Farrell, and I played Jadzia Dax on Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Hello, Trek fans. I'm Adam Nimoy, the director of For the Love of Spock.
Well, tell us how born this beautiful project about your father. How born?
How was it born?
Yeah.
The idea came to me in November of 2014 because I wanted to work with my father on a project to celebrate 50 years of Star Trek coming up. As a filmmaker, I know we need time to make something together. So I approached him about the idea of making a Spock documentary, which he loved the idea immediately. And we started to work on it together. He was very excited about working on a Spock doc. And he himself had done some research on the internet. And he told me that he had Googled Spock's ears and found 150,000 websites that referenced Spock's ears. And he loved that. My dad he was always amazed by the impact of Mr. Spock on popular culture.
That was incredible impact. Well, how was to you, like a child, grow with this amazing man that all the people love?
Well, it's complicated. I mean, when you're a child, first of all, I love Spock because I was old enough to really know Star Trek and understand Star Trek. I was watching TV as a child. I was a pop culture junkie, we say. I mean, I love TV, I love film, I love the Beatles, I love music, so I was ready when Star Trek came. So I loved Spock immediately. But I have to now share him because it became so popular with all the fans. We can't be in public anymore without people coming up and wanting an autograph or a picture, and very difficult, very challenging for a young boy growing up in a celebrity situation like that.
In which moment this changed for you? For example, you need to share it with a lot of people when you was a child, but in one moment, for sure, you change and you begin to see him like another way. No?
Yeah, we were going to spend some time together, just him and I, and we went to a church carnival, a festival in our neighborhood, to spend some time alone, going through the festival together. Mm-hmm. The minute we got there, kids came to him from everywhere, and they were surrounding us. We were crowded with people. It was the first time. And my father turned to me and said, "We have to go." And that was the beginning of this new stage in our lives when everything had changed.
I need to tell you, one of my wonderful experiences doing the magazine was interviewing your father.
Oh, thank you.
I
Wow.
only did it one time. That was an amazing time for me.
When was that? Where and when was this?
Oh, in 2005, I think.
And where?
And by email.
Oh.
It was very short interview, only one page of interview, but was so special. For example, of course, I do the interview and he sent us the answers and, come on!
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was very special because it was in the first issues of the magazine.
Oh.
It was very special because we are beginning,
Yeah, wonderful.
And, whoa.
And he was so supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was very good
Beautiful.
with the press, my father. He was very good with the fans and the press because he understood that Star Trek was a phenomenon that was fan-based and was the reason why it's been able to continue on is because it's been written about so much and there are people all over the world who support Star Trek. And he was very patient and he loved talking to the press about Star Trek.
Exactly. It was very strange because we talked with Bill Shatner and his manager said, yes, how do you pay for the interview? And Leonard not. It was very different.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, one for you,
Please.
Terry.
See?
How is for you all this world of Star Trek, like a Star Trek actress?
That's a very general question.
It is.
No. How
Thank
do you
you.
feel about this?
Well, when I was a kid, I'm a little bit younger than Adam, so I just a little. And the original was my favorite too, and Spock was my favorite too, because I felt like I was an outsider. I was always the tallest. I had a special desk. All my other classmates had these little desks. I had a bigger desk, bigger jump rope. So this was my favorite show, and we would pretend to play it out on the playground growing up. And so when I had to auditioned for the part, I was really excited, and very much so because it was the science officer. So even though Dax wasn't a Vulcan, it was still Spock's part. I was reading for it in my mind. And at first it was really just super overwhelming, and I felt like I had to learn a lot to just portray Dax and be this young woman playing a being that had 350 years of experience. And I started to approach it by reading about Taoism and trying to practice Buddhism, and yoga started for me in my life then to try to be really calm. I really thought someone who was that old in years would have to be incredibly compassionate and generous, because otherwise, my God, you'd kill yourself. It's too much. How could you have the same issues for 350 years? You'd have to look at everyone as being younger than you, right? So all of those things, and learning Jadzia and contributing my growth as a person and the growth that Ira Bear helped write for me, pardon me, helped me become someone who really connected to the movement of Star Trek. And I think Dax represented the mission of Star Trek to have us all a better future. I'm so sorry. A better future, hope for a better future. This utopia where we all get along and appreciate each other, and we don't tolerate each other. We accept and love each other for what we can bring to the table.
Okay.
It's my leche. Yes.
You can share it.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Sorry.
But yes, so that has, when I come now, it feels like I'm an ambassador to Star Trek. So I'm not just coming as the actress, but as someone who represents the family of Star Trek. And that's what helps me be energized when I'm at conventions and there's lots of people. I just so want to touch, the hearts, because they touch mine too.
Exactly.
Sorry, I can help it. It came to my mind one line in that episode of The Trouble with Travel Nations. Do you say, "Oh, he's a handsome guy"?
Yeah.
Captain Kirk. No, Spock.
Trials and tribulations. And
Yeah.
you know what? For the Love of Spock, this handsome and talented man put that clip in there.
Yes, we have the clip in our film.
Yeah, he really
in the
wanted to
documentary.
meet me, so he put this clip in.
That is not how it happened at all. I didn't know Terry, and we saw the clip and thought it was perfect because
Because it is.
one of the
Yes.
parts of the movie, For the Love of Spock, is to talk about his appeal to women. And we have a number of clips in there where it shows that Spock has a relationship with space women. And in this one episode of Deep Space Nine, where they merge the two shows together, Terry is kind of verbalizing the attraction of Spock. So we thought it was perfect to include him. This is before I even met Terry, so we just thought this is perfect. We're going to include it.
And it's great because it's the generations ahead of, beyond the original. This continues to grow and move forward, and it's amazing.
Yeah, they are calling us that we need to cut it. We don't have any more time. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so
for
much.
doing
It's
this
been an honor.
documentary. Thank you for doing this
Mom, my
series.
We'll be
pleasure.
back.
Thank
And
you.